So hello everyone. Something I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, which is the project that has been kind of I consider like a passive income to me, but at the same time, it's it's an awesome project that you could join at any time. It's even not too late, even if because it's gonna continue running. It's not like it has a deadline after TG. Mind you, this coin has been listed last year, and subsequently we've been getting paid for doing some particular tasks, not just I want to, yeah, tasks at the same time mining. I'll use the word mining. So you mine and you get your pay, and automatically it's not like you're going to wait for it to be launched or it's already trading. So definitely you could just flip or sell and get your fund. So I consider it like a passive, but I wouldn't advise you guys to just quickly sell because of the way the market is. So for me, I don't sell, I just accumulate. But definitely, if you're the type who needs cash, you could convert into money. And mind you, do your own research. This is not a get rich quick and not a financial advice, but I do things, I show you things I do. And quickly, let's talk about this very project called Ship Cage. And I'll tell you that since around 6 started, this is day one of me, which is last week Friday, 2 weeks Friday ago of the September, and there was an update that was required to be done, which I haven't really done. So that very day I went to the church. It's gonna be like a story, but I'm just gonna tell you what I've done recently and how I've gotten a lot of beacons. And that very day I needed to leave from the previous app. If you remember my previous video, I talked about you guys updating your app ahead of the round 6. So mind you, round 5 was over, and I'll tell you I was eligible. Quickly I could just show you my dashboard if it's logged in, and you see I was eligible. So definitely I got paid for it. So you could see I got this here. This is money already. Okay, so we're gonna get back to that. So back to the video I want to share with you guys. It's a recorded video because there's a task that we need to do, but I'll come to that part. Just till to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you guys some updates. So here is me that very night after the church closed. I updated my app inside the church, and I felt like, okay, let's just start going. Because when I updated it, the interface was really different. And those of you who have updated your app will bear witness with me that yes, it's different from the previous one. So I came outside that night and I was about to leave with my family when I noticed there was a beacon around me. What a blessing. In the church premises, there was a beacon. So that very night I tried to, because the previous video we watched, you ought to see a box on the floor when the camera comes on. When the camera comes on, it means there's a beacon. So I haven't really understood how this thing really works. So that very day I was kind of I fumbled a lot, but when the thing camera came up, I was like, what's making my camera to come up? So there was this sound, boom, boom, like, if you've done seen the beacon, you know what I'm talking about. So I keep wondering, the security guard came around switching off the security lights off on the shop. So I was one of the least car there remaining. So what I did is that I had to drive for, you could see people leaving, driving out. So I say, what's happening? So I keep wondering, my camera is on, like, so I had to step down from the car, and I did some movement. Before I stepped out from the car, I drove a little bit further, and I noticed that the kilometer here, you could see this place here was counting my distance. So I knew I was moving further away from the whatever. So I had to I told my wife that, oh, there's something around here. She said, really? I said, yes, I don't know how this thing really works. So I parked and I came down, and I walked a little bit and the camera went off. And when I came closer, the camera came off. So I knew that, oh, there's something around. So here's me walking around, going to this direction here, trying to look around. But I know it was kind of dark. So I know I won't be able to see anything. But I just felt like, okay, since the camera is on, I should see a orange stuff, because the color of this stuff, it's orange. So I wasn't really seeing it. So I got fed up with the whole thing, and I had to make my way back to the car. I felt like, okay, tomorrow being the daytime, I'm gonna come over here and get myself into for getting this very beacon I found in this very location. So that's what I did. I simply just drove away. But while I was driving away, I left the radio on so I could see the distance and to understand. So to me, it was still really funny to me because I could not really understand, like, why can't I find the beacon? Why is this sound making? So the more I drove further away, I left the premise and I was just driving down just to see how this app work. And you could see it's telling me I have gone 1 kilometer away from the very beacon that was being displayed. So that was how I ended that very move. So I did not do anything. So the second day being a Saturday, because that was a Friday evening, I went for Friday services. So Saturday, I went to a building nearby, just a road that separates us. So that very Saturday, I also went there, and I could not still get This is a Saturday here. If I could see, let me take it back a bit. And the Saturday I couldn't get anything because it was still dark also, so I couldn't really get this stuff. So I was still like, come on, why coming here twice in the night? But I wanted to be really sure. So that was it. So that Saturday I knew that okay, it's like I'm not getting this beacon. So what do I do? I need to come on a Sunday in the morning because I noticed that when I walk closer to the gates, inside the church premises, there's another gate that requires additional cars to park, like a car park. So I was feeling maybe the beacon should be in that side since it's locked that night. I can't. So, okay, Sunday morning will be the way, and every Sunday morning I usually go drive like 25 close to like 1 hour drive to a destination where I go for my job every Sunday. My kids they do their ballet stuff. So what I did was I said, okay, before I move, I need to rush down there as early as because the Catholic Church normally do their services in the morning. Those of you who are Catholics, you could tell. So I said, hopefully no one around is doing this cage because Friday it was there, Saturday it was still there, but I could just tell myself that oh, a lot of guys might not come to the premises, so probably they've not seen it. And also there's a housing estate by the side, which I was concerned. Hope it's not as in beyond, so that would require me going into the estate, and what am I going to do? I don't have a friend there, so I was like wondering this is just going to be a loss for me if it has to be in the estate because the fence of the estate shares a partition with the church building. So I was hoping that it should be in the car park area. So what I did is the first thing in the morning I drove down, and this is a Sunday morning. I said, if there's no church member there doing this project, this thing should be waiting for me. So that's how that morning I drove. I was near and I got to play. You could hear the sound in the background. The church was going on, and I drove inside this premises, and it became this color, you know. So I my kids came down with me. They want to see how the beacon was because they've seen me showing the video. So these are the kids you were just talking with. They started shouting, "Beacon, where are you, Beacon?" It's kind of funny, man. So the camera was on because how ship works. Once you close to a beacon, the camera comes up automatically because you need to scan. You understand? So if you far from it, it doesn't come up. So you could hear the sound. That's how it indicates. So my kids were saying, "Beacon, beacon," and I keep walking around 17 meters. The more I walk around, the more I couldn't get it. And if I walk closer back, so I was looking for this stuff. My whole mindset, okay, that's the sound. Once you're so close, it makes a sound. Okay, this sound means you're very, very close to the beacon. So actually, this very moment, I was just looking for the box on the floor, which I wasn't really finding. So I never knew ships has two kind of boxes. So that I will talk about. It's just stick to the end of the video. I'm going to talk about that. So finally, I got the box, and this is it. And I was awarded 50 data ships that very day. That was my first beacon I got. So this the data ship was given to me, and I had to munch it, and I was so excited. So this is me looking at it, and I have to press the claim to claim. And once you claim, it goes back to the same scanning. So that same day, I told you I was about to go somewhere that very day, right? But I needed to get the beacon first before I embark on my movement that very morning. So as early as 7 o'clock, I was out. So now this was me heading to my destination, and along the road, I noticed there were a lot of beacons on the very highway I was taking. But of course, the highway is a busy area. I can't just stop somewhere in the church location, somewhere in the. I can't just stop and just. So I had to just. Man, this place is filled up with a lot of beacons, and this is about 40 about 50 minutes drive away from my own house. So I said when coming back, hopefully I'll see if I could get. So that same day, there was one I saw by the McDonald's area, which on my way back, it just showed me so close, and I'm like, no, this I can't miss. I had to make a U-turn, and I drove into this road where you see this motorbike guy parked, and I drove into this road. But the more I drive, the more it takes me. I was far. It tells me it's 35 kilometer, and I had to make a U-turn when it was telling me that I'm far away from this calculation. Because this calculation you see 35 meters shows you how close and how far you are from the beacon. So I had to make a U-turn, and I came back, and me and my partner had to conclude I should park and walk with my leg. It will be more accurate and more productive. So that's what I did. So I parked, and I had to walk same road again. I parked at the McDonald's, I parked at the Burger King, but I felt it was just far. I had to so me park by the McDonald's, so that was more closer from the radius. So I came down, and I did a walk to that same road, thinking it should be in that road. When I got to that road, I noticed it came up again. Camera came up making this sound, and I was saying, is it that this stop is at the middle of the road here? I can't really tell, but I said no. I need to be sure. And this was a very busy area. So what I did is that I crossed, I walked. First of all, stood. I was so shy, like considering should I really walk? Am I? People were looking at me. What's this guy doing with his phone? Like it's like Pokemon game. You know the Pokemon game, right? So I was like, this guy might be thinking something is wrong with me. So I had to walk back to the McDonald's premises, and this is a drive-through. You could see here. This is a drive-through. So I stood on the step by the side here, wondering. My car was parked at the other side of the building. Okay, so I stood here, and I felt okay. Let me make a walk. So quickly I paused my camera, and my car was parked at the other side of the building here, the other side. So there's a car park at that side. So and there was a construction happening by the side here. So quickly, for guys were looking at me, I had to walk across this road, hoping to see if it would be at the middle of the road. When I crossed and I made a long walk down, and it told me I was far away from the beacon. So I had to walk across back again, and it kept popping for me. That's why I was crossing back to my location. So what happened here is that I stopped recording because I was consigned. So there was a structure beside the McDonald's. It's kind of a big construction building that was going on there, which is barricaded, like you can just go in. It's a private property. So I was wondering if it has to be in that place. From what I'm seeing, I can't really walk into that place. How do I tell this guy that, oh, I need to go in, there's something I want to look for? Am I the rightful owner, or I don't know. So I like it's be fun to explain, oh, there's a crypto there. I just don't want to say, okay, what it's gonna be is gonna be, I'm gonna let it go. If I have to let this go, it doesn't mean. But I was like, scene two for the day. So I walked through the drive-through, which I just showed you guys, which was here. I walked through the drive-through, this very place. I walked through and I scanned, and you can see the blue zinc here. This is the blue zinc of the partition barricading the McDonald's from the project that is going on the other side of it. So I noticed that around this side, this beacon and this kilometers kept reducing. So I knew it should be around here. So what I did is that instead of driving a car through the drive-through, I walked through. Yeah, I walked through. So I walked through to the other side of the car park, which is the other side of it, and I noticed my beacon was so close. And I told my partner in the car, my wife, I said, this thing is around this car where I parked. Where I come, she said, I said, but I can't see it on the camera. I can't see. So I said, okay, let me just walk towards. If you look straight down here, there's a white truck parked here in continuation with the blue zinc. So I walked to this very moment, this very place, and I stood, and it was so close. And that was when it popped up telling me, get it, get it. At this point, it was showing this navigating thing. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't recording. I don't know what really happened. But you guys should have seen these very moments here. I was about to get the beacon. So that was what happened here, that the video was not the visual was not really clear to display. So at this point here, I saw that I've already gotten the beacon, and that was when I said, oh, it's done, you know. So then I had to screenshot, because I've already gotten it here. I had to screenshot it and run it again. So at this point, I got another 50k data ships on this very venue. So that made it makes it me getting 2 ships for the day, and it was awesome. So I ended my day like that. And the reason why I did this video is because X had they have a tweet on X where they're asking you to upload some of your videos showing how you got your K, your stuff, and they're gonna reward. I don't know, so I felt like doing it. That's why. So back to the real update of what's happening. So you could see round 5 is up, and they've dropped a list, which they normally do, telling showing us you're gonna, there you find your name, like you're gonna find your, what's it called, your name, or as your wallet address. Even if you're being rewarded, you see the ledger board how people are being rewarded. A lot of guys are getting 2,000 shippies, and you know what that means in the market today. Just imagine the market goes back to how it used to be, 0.1, 0.2. Then it's a lot of money. Now it's just 0.07 or 0.0 something. I can't really recall, but definitely it's under the SU blockchain. And if you guys are not doing this, I'm going to leave the link in the description, and you guys really jump into it. It's super easy. You don't just put your phone to work, and it's just my own way of helping the community. That's why I do these videos. And if you know you're enjoying this video right now, don't forget to smash the like button, don't forget to subscribe, share the video with your friends. And I have a Discord, a Telegram link in the description where you could join and interact, and I could give you guidelines. That place, I share information updates which I don't usually do video about, so you could get informed on the Telegram. That's one of the major purpose, so day to day and faster way of reaching out to my community. So that's it. So here, if you click on this play out table, you're going to see how it was being distributed. That's what you're going to see there. So my name will be there definitely, because I got not really much, but I think I got enough for me to say it was fine. It's just a free money, right? So now they're talking about something we really need to focus on, which is this is how the box is. Okay, so I'll talk about something at the end of the video which I intend to tell you guys. So now they've posted the tweet 15 hours ago talking about the community tokenomics and what they normally usually lock, and just explaining some certain stuff for we to understand. So they've also brought out this stuff has some things you need, right, for this wing of Chronos, which is around 6, which is you either get a premium account, and you could also purchase the scanner. So here you could see the premium, which costs 100 and something, 120 data chips, which you could pay from your own. If you've been doing the project previously, you could pay from your previous ones you've accumulated, which is also money. But if you were not doing it, you're just new and you want to get this stuff, which you might need it, because I'll tell you the fact, all I've gotten close to 5 beacons, and I got videos for all of them. 5 beacons, not as if I've not seen more than 5. I've seen more than, because that I can't just stop. I can't just start. I have to go to where I'm going to. That's why. But I'm still using the free radial, which is just within 150 meters. Okay, so that's what the free one does, and they've explained for you that if you're using the free one, definitely it's as if you're doing the round 5 and round 2, round 3, because you have a target to meet to be eligible, which I know I always, because I've always been eligible. Then if you have the premium, you're going to be sharing certain amount of pool that will be locked. If you have the scanner, you're going to be sharing 40%. If you have the premium account, 40%. Then in addition with the free, altogether giving you 100. So here you could see, I don't know if it's been stated here, because previously we just share on the premium 543, we just share these 840 ships. That's the price. But now the round 6 is being splitted, so 20 go for free, 40 goes for premium, 40 goes for scanner. So that's how it is. That's how. So the scanners have the 5 kilometer, 1 kilometer, and 10 kilometers. So you could do your own research. Not my own financial advice. Not to get rich quick. Disclaimer. So everything, just do your research, and if you're good with it, you jump into this very project. And I think it's something you wouldn't want to miss out. So that will be all I want to talk about in this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just to show you guys how my beacon, what I've gotten so far. And here on my app, you could see regard this, which I could withdraw. It's on my wallet right here. I got the previous one, which cost me $3. The market even came down now on Su, because on Su blockchain. But that's the previous round 1, because I started very late on round 1. So now they're on round 6. So definitely my 1,000 something I got there, I think it's signing me out maybe, because I've not logged in for a very long time. Yeah, I knew. So my 1,000 something ships I got there, it's approximately close to, depending on the market, you could do the math. Just go to your KuCoin, BingS. You could go on your coin deck and just check ships token, and you're going to see the price there. Multiply what I got there. A lot of guys got more than that. You can also get more than that. So that'll be all I want to talk about in this video. Take the opportunity. I'm going to leave the link in the description. You need to get the app, because they have a device, and it's an LOT project, but they got a device which costs $890, and bet me you might not want to get that. So that's why the app is there, which is called Cage, which you could use. You have to just do the work and walk around. But if you got the device, which is the 890K, you just have to put it up in your roof, and you just keep scanning a fire radius, and whatever ships it gives you a day, you could be earning close to $4 more than if the market price is bullish, sorry. You could get more than that, but I'm just telling you, in a bear market, that's what you might be getting, $4, $5, which is awesome, right? So it's a continuous project. It's here to stay. It's not like it's a crypto world, so it's consistent and it's there for you. All depends on the market, and once the coin keeps going up, popping up, definitely you're gonna be getting more. So when it comes to the cage, since we don't have the money to purchase those devices, that's why we have it on our mobile phone, which is an app. But you need to get the account, this account here first, before you could go and get the app, which I've done video on how you could get that done. So if you still want to get into this this project, you could reach out to me on my Telegram and communicate with me, or in the comment section, drop a comment and I'll reach out to you, and whichever way we could see how I could guide you through. So that'll be all for now. I'll be wrapping up on this very video. I hope you guys enjoyed the nice. You enjoyed this video very well. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Cheers.